Okay, so this question is the median of two sorting array. So let me just quickly go over what is the question meant. So you're given the nums1 and nums2, and then the size respectively is what, m and n, and then you want to return the median of the two sorting array. So the array is already sorted, right? So you want to find out the median. So the fastest solution, so if you just ignore this, the fastest solution is what? You combine the nums1 and nums2 to one single array, and then you will just traversing until the middle, and this will be your median, right? And right. So if this is the starting and this is ending, and you will be able to the median, right? So the median can be what? Can be only one number, or you want to get the average of two numbers. So it depends on the length of the nums1 and nums2. Right. So this is supposed to be the quickest solution. But in this one, we are going to talk about the log n plus n solution. So what is log n plus n? If you see a log, right, you definitely need to know. You need to take the binary search method. So you don't do any linked list. You don't do any any stuff. You need to know. If you see a log, you need to take a binary search. So you need to cut into the half right away, right, when you're searching. And the array is already sorted, so you don't have to worry about if there are a number that is not sorted. And let's just quickly go over the example. So the example 1 is going to be 1, 3, and then for the nums1, and nums2 is 2. So when we combine the arrays together, you get what? The median for 2, right? The example 2 is what? 1, 2, and then 3, 4, right? The median for the array is what? 2 and 3. So you want to get an average, right? So which is 2 plus 3 divided by 2, which is 2.5. Right. So the concept is pretty straightforward, but how do you code? So let me start over it. So I'm going to assume my nums1.length is always less than nums2.length. Yes, so I'm going to assume nums1.length is always less than nums2.length. If there's a cases nums1.length is greater, I'm going to swap the array. And then the answer is still going to be the same, but when I code it, this is how it is, right? So this is going to be the first case I need to worry about. And I'm going to just create another example. So if you have what? 1, 3, 7, 10, 12. This is going to be my nums1. And my nums2 is going to be what? 5, 9, and then 13, and then this is going to be what? This is going to be, okay, yes. Alright, so this is good. So I'm going to say L1 represent what? nums1.length. And then L2 represent nums2.length. Right. Once again, you will be able to follow along. So what is L1 plus A2? L1 plus A2 will be equal to what? 5 plus 3, right? 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. And then if you mark by 2, then this is going to be equal to 0, which is going to be even number, right? So for the even number, you need to get an average of the two number. So this is going to be the cases where you know, when you find out the median. But I'm going to just give you a break not to think about this. This is because we haven't split the index, right? And also, okay, so just based on these two array, right? So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 12, 13. So this is the sorting array for nums1 and nums2, and the median should be what? The median should be what? Easy. So it's going to be what? 7 plus 9 divided by 2. 16, 8, right? So it's going to be 8. Right, so we need to split the index. So I'm going to just have a L and R. L and R represent nums1 only. So L equal to what? L equal to 0 by default. R equal to what? R equal to L1. So in this case, it's going to be what? 5, right? So I'm traversing L L less than or equal to R, which is 0 less than or equal to 5, right? I need to get the median, so I need to get the index in the middle. I mean, yeah. In the middle, I'm going to say M. So the calculation is going to be what? If you want to avoid the overflow, it's going to be what? L plus R minus L divided by 2. And this is what? L only. And then this is your index for num1. So I'm going to rename to X. Rename to X. So this is 0, 0 plus 5 minus 0 divided by 2, which is 5 minus 5 divided by 2, which is what? 2. So my X represents what? 2. Alright, so once I know my X, I know my Y, right? So my Y is going to be what? Based on, it's going to be dependent on X. So Y is dependent on X. Alright, so Y calculation is this. Y equal to what? The length of the 1 plus the length of the 2 and then plus 1 divided by 2 and then minus X. Right, so if you are familiar with L1 and L2, this is the length 1 and then nums1 dot length and nums2 dot length. And then if you want to, if you need to plus 1. This is because when you have the R length, right? So imagine L1 plus L2. This is equal to what? R. R, right? And then when you divide it by 2, this is going to be what? You take the flow value, but we don't want to take the flow value. You need to take the ceiling value. So you plus 1 anyhow, right? And you need to divide it by X, which is what? Which is the index for the nums1. So you will be able to know what is Y index should be located. Just based on the shifting for the X. And this is going to be what? L1 represents 5, L2 represents 3, 5 plus 3 plus 1 equal to divided by 2 and then minus what? Minus 2. So you will get what? 8, 9 divided by 2, which is 4, 4 divided by 2, which is 2, right? So 0, 1, 2, so you will get Y index in the beginning for here. So we will split, just a quick calculation, we will split the nums1 from here and nums2 from here. Alright, so now we need to just label. I'm going to label my value for X minus 1 to X left. And this is going to be my X right. And this is going to be my Y left. And this is going to be my Y right. So if you find out the median, you will get what? You will get XL less than or equal to YR, and also YL less than or equal to XR. YL less than or equal to XR. This is how you find the median. So this is one case. So you will return the median right away. But you need to also take care of what? Is this even or odd, right? So you either like you either take the two value to the average, right? Or you just take one value only. And the second case is what? When XR, which is greater than YL, XR is this one, right? And then YL is this one. If this is happening, so which means in this case, I'm going just for example, okay? So if you don't have 7, if you have what? XR and YL, right? And if you have this, let me just think about 20 works, right? So XR and YL, right? So 20 is what? 20 is greater than 9, right? So which means you want to shift your R left to what? To X minus 1. So you will relocate the R, right? But in this case, we are not doing this. Alright. And in this case, you want to shift your R to what? X minus 1. And there's another cases when just another one, right? YR is greater than SL. And also, like this is too small. You need to shift your L to x plus 1. You will shift your L to x plus 1. So you will recalculate the x again. So in this one, so what do we need to do? So does xr is greater than yl? No, right? So you don't get access to this one. So what happened to here? xl, which is 3 is less than or equal to 13, correct? But what happened to here? 9 less than or equal to xr? No, right? So you are not going to here, you're also not going to here, so you need to do this, right? And you recalculate the L to x plus 1. So you want to do like this, L, right? And you split. Okay, so you haven't split because you need to do a calculation. So L, you need to recalculate the L again, right? I mean x again, right? So you want to get what? 0, 1, 2, 3, right? 3 plus 5 minus 3 divided by 2, which is 3 plus 1 divided by 1, okay, which is equal to 4, right? So you will get what? The index for x is 4, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is x. And then you will definitely have a new xl and new xy. X left and xr, right? xl, and xr, right? And you will definitely need depending on x, right? You will definitely need to recalculate the y. So my y, so this doesn't change. My x changed, so this is what? 5 plus 3, 8 plus 1, 9, 9 divided by 2. Okay, so 4 minus 4 equal to 0. So you will get what? Right over here. So you will get a y right over here. And then you will do the split. So you still split. It doesn't matter if its index is going to be the 0 or not. So this is what? This is y, sorry. This is yr, a yl and a yr, right? So if the index is already 0, I'm going to set my yl to negative infinite. And same thing for the xl is going to be negative infinite. If this is a negative, right? And if this is like right over here, right, when you split, and I'm going to just assume my yr equal to positive infinite. So integer dot mean value and integer dot max value, right? So I'm going to just check. Am I shifting correctly? So I'm going to say xl 10 less than yr. No, right? So I already break out. I already not accessing the first case. So what happened to here? xr is 12. 12 is greater than yl. Which is true because this is negative infinite. But I'm going to just shift the r to x minus 1. So I'm going to shift r to x minus 1. So it's right over here. So when you recalculate, right? Okay, so you have to recalculate again. So this is not changing. 3 is changing. 5 is changing. So L represents what? 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 plus 3 minus 3. So I'm going to have 3. Okay. So I'm going to have x right over here. Hopefully I made another color. So if you notice, this is x, right? So I'm going to split. And this is xl and this is xr. Right, so you need to shift your y because this is based on the what? X, right? So this is minus 4. Minus 3, sorry. So what happened? Alright, so this is what? 4 minus 3, this is 1. So you will get what? You will get an update for the y. Alright, so if you notice, I'm super close to the solution. This is the explanation, which is pretty boring, but whatever. So I'm going to have a new XL, new XR, new YL, new YR. And I'm going to check the condition. XL less than equal to YR. 7 less than 9, cool. YL 5 less than 10, cool. Now I need to check the length. If this is even or this is odd, right? So okay, so this calculation you need to be able to understand. I'm gonna erase. Okay, I'm super close to the solution, so bear with me. Alright, so so how do you know it's even or odd? It's going to be what? L plus L1 plus L2 multiplied by 2, right? If this is even, then you need to take the what? You need to take two values, right? And the value for these two is going to be what? It's going to be what? The max between XL and YL plus mean for what? Mean value for XR, comma, YR. And then you need to take divided by 2, right? Because this is taking the average of two values for the even. And if this is odd, so this is one case, this is second case. If this is odd, right, you want to take the left value only. So, but you have to take the maximum. It's gonna be what, the maximum. This color is pretty bad. So it's gonna be the maximum for XL and YL. Right. So this is a solution. So why do you need to take a left side only? Because when you're using the binary search, right, your location for L and R is starting from 0 and 5. But in this case, like, the index doesn't have 5 in the nums one, right? So using the another like type of a binary search method when L is less than or equal to R, and this is how it is, right? So pretty much, so for this solution, so I do need to get a solution for you, right? So I know it's going to be even, right? It's going to be even length. So XL 7 and 5, the maximum for 7 and 5, which is what? 7. Plus mean for 9 and 10, this is 9. So you get 16 for the numerator. Denominator is what? 2. So 16 divided by 2, which is 8. So when you go back to the top, you get an 8, right? So this is how it is. So I'm going to stop coding. I know it's a little bit boring, but whatever. Right, so the first case is going to be what? You check for the nums1.length. If this is greater than nums2.length, I'm going to swap the just using recursion. So if this is happening, I'm going to put the shortest one in the beginning and then the longest one at the end. Alright, so I'm going to say in left equal to 0, R right equal to what? Nums1.length. So while left is less than equal to R, right? I need to take the x is going to be what? Left plus R, right minus left divided by 2. And also y is going to be based on the x, right? So it's going to be what? Nums1.length plus nums2.length plus 1 divided by 2 minus x, right? So I need to get what? The x left equal to what? If this is equal to 0, right? I'm going to assign to name now. Alright, if this is not equal to 0, I need to get the value nums1 x minus 1. And then xr, x right. If this is equal to nums1.length, and use the integer.max value. And if this is not, then it's x, right? And same thing for the y length. Y equal to 0. Integer.min value. And then nums2.y minus 1. And then y right equal to y equal to nums2.length integer.max value. Wait, what happened? And if this is true, then it's going to be what? Nums2.y. I think I made a mistake for here. Right. So if you understand this part, then we can go for the condition. So if xl is less than equal to y right, and also y left is less than equal to x right. Then I find it, found, else if my x right is greater than y left, so I need to shift the right equal to x minus 1, and else is another case, left equal to x plus 1. And if you can find it, you will need to return negative 1, right? Something. You need to return something, but I mean, you're definitely not going to return negative 1 because we are getting two sorted array, and then for every single array, I think this is about it, right? Alright, so for the font, you need to what? You need to find out if the nums1.length plus nums2.length, if this is actually equal to what? Even. And then if this is odd, right? If this is odd, we just need to take the x left and y left. So we need to return a double. So double max x left y left. Just take the maximum. So again, for the even length, you still need to return a double. And then you still need what? You still need a maximum for the left side and a minimum for the right side. Plus max.min x right and then y right. And then you divide it by 2, right? Everything divided by 2. So this is how it is. So hopefully I don't miss. Oh shit. Okay. Missing. Integer oh, I spelled integer wrong, so 914. So integer. Okay. Alright, let me submit. Alright, so you know, like, this is pretty long video, and once again for the time, it's going to be the same, log m plus n, depending on the length of the nums1 and nums2, and then the space for this one is going to be constant. You are not allocate any space, and you will just delete this in the stack when you finish, probably, right? And this is going to be pretty much a solution. Time, log m plus n, space constant, and m and n represent the length of the nums1.length and nums2.length. So this is a solution, and if you didn't understand the explanation, probably you just have to rewind the video and you go over other people's channel to watch the different type of the explanation. But I try my best, and I will talk to you later. Bye.